Welcome to Grow Up, Level Up for the week of March 27th, 2026. I am your host, Samson, aka Samson XP, and joined me today is Sir Dr. JM, aka Jordan in the building. What's up, Jordan?
Not much. Just sitting here with my fake Tim Hortons ice cap.
Wow, fake. What does that mean? It's like low sugar or something?
That means my wife bought a Ninja slushy machine on the weekend from Costco, and we've been making things all week long.
Cool. Love that. Love that. Fake. All right. I got to try that Ninja slushy machine one day. I've been thinking about it.
It's
However, it's bad. Oh,
like
okay.
we
need
it's
a
good.
review.
They taste good, but having one in the house is probably not the greatest idea for me. But hey, we'll see. I might gain a lot of weight. We'll see.
Maybe we need a review of that, because on Grow Up, Level Up, that's what we do. We talk about the games that help us grow up and the games that continue to influence our lives today. Ninja Slushy, not really a game, but that's the idea. Today, we aren't reviewing the Ninja Slushy. We are actually going to do a Pokemon bracket for the Pokemon that you may have forgotten about. And if you are watching live on Twitch, just like Blaster Goblin is, just like Briggsy Cakes is, and just like Perry Chumon is, you can be a part of the show by chatting in the Twitch chat, chatting in the YouTube chat, and just interacting with us, because this live thing is still new to us. Usually we post on Fridays. This live thing, we're still feeling it out. We're still seeing how it goes, but we love folks coming in and supporting our show, just like I said, Blaster Goblin, Briggsy Cakes, and Perry Chu Mon, who chats in and says New Jonathan would be a fake coffee drinker.
Jonathan. That's what she calls me. Yeah.
But she is a little jealous of the Ninja Slushy machine. And we're getting a lot of followers today. Of course, like I said, Perry Chumon, Briggsy Cakes, and Lil Frisbee pulling through in the episode. Welcome to the show, friends. Thank you for coming, friends. This is awesome. Yes, Cyrus, I do know it's you. Lil Frisbee, Cyrus. I see you in the chat. Well, like I said earlier in the show, we are doing a Pokemon you may have forgotten about bracket. What does that mean? It means two things. We are going to put them through a tournament bracket and determine which is the best Pokemon that people might have forgotten about. Now, if you are a follower of the Drop In Dropout crew, shout out to Jerica, Pishwa, Cayman, I forget Cayman's
Dumpster Boy.
The Dumpster Boy, right? They may have done, the best Pokemon bracket? March Madness bracket tournament.
Yes, they did a March Madness. Yep.
And Jordan and I like that idea so much that we, with permission, stole it.
With permission. Let me set the record straight here. Dido had a terrible bracket. All right. Those drop-in dropouters don't know what they're talking about, especially Mr. Patrick Schweiger. He doesn't have a clue. So we had to set the record straight by doing an almost completely different but related bracket.
That's right. And our little twist is we sent out a survey to our hundreds of subscribers and followers on at Grow Up Level Up, on our Grow Up Level Up Discord, Instagram, all that fun stuff, and asked them to put in what's a Pokemon that people forget about, or what's your Pokemon that you wish would get shouted out more. And we put them into a seated bracket. And now Jordan and I, with the help of the Twitch chat, which you are a part of, those in the Twitch chat, you're going to help us determine who is the best Pokemon that we probably forgot about. Should we show the good people the bracket, Jordan?
Well, I think, before we dive in, okay, we should just explain that we had some lengthy discussions about, are we doing a bracket of the most forgettable Pokemon, or are we doing a bracket of our favorite forgettable Pokemon? So I think where we landed was more on the favorite side, because otherwise you're basically just picking, hey, who's the most boring? And I do think that might be obvious. It might actually be hotly contested. But it's more fun to talk about things you like. So even though these are Pokemon that everyone forgot about, we're still talking about the one we like the most. Now, Perry, what on earth are you dropping in chat there? Parent
Oh,
12
Jordan.
Genie. Oh, these are emotes that I can't see because I'm in the Riverside chat. I was like, what is Perry spamming us with? But I'll jump over to the Twitch chat on my phone. There they are. They're the Gengars. Love it. Love it. Look, got my Gengar on display. Guess where that came from?
Beautiful.
Japan. Guess who got me that? This guy. Right
Anytime.
here.
Anytime. If we go back, we got to get more Gengars. Just some Genghis. Just some Genghis.
Shout out to Dodie. I don't think he's in the chat, but he's been live with us before. And I was watching him stream the other day, and he said, Jordan, I know you love Gengar. So he showed off a couple of his Gengar. So,
wow.
A
you guys should
Japanese
start a
Gengar.
fan
That's
club.
right. We should.
A fan club. So, like Jordan said, we are going to be picking the best Pokemon that you may or may not remember. Like I said, as well, everybody submitted their favorite, maybe their favorite, maybe they also read the instructions correctly and submitted a Pokemon that is less remembered than others. And I randomly seeded them into a bracket of 32. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the stream may be a little scuffed. Bracket. I am pulling up a bracket. If you're an audio listener, come on over to YouTube. But we will try to be as descriptive as possible. You are seeing the what is it? Holy word, the best of all the Grow Up Level Up minds together, and creating this bracket.
Yep.
All the things that people used all their brain powers on to try to find what Pokemon that they kind of can't remember. And to be honest, there isn't a Pokemon that I don't know here. But
okay,
there
good.
are Pokemon that I'm like, I haven't thought about this one in a while. The neurons haven't connected for me.
All right.
This one in a while, which is kind of great. Great. Of course, in the chat, Perry and Lil Frisbee also put up their picks there. So thank you for being a part of the show that way. Why don't we get into it?
Let's dive in.
Let's dive in. We got 32 slots. We got 4 quadrants. It's a tournament structure. So let's start with round 1 in the top left corner.
Now I gotta ask. I don't know if you remembered this, but you did say at one point that you wanted to test me and see if I could name 4 regions for us to label each of these regions as. Did we want me to randomly assign a region to each quarter?
You know what? Let's do that. I'm not going to tell you if you are correct on what's the region is called, but just for funsies, let's do it.
You didn't actually organize them as like, hey, all these Pokemon are okay. Good.
Completely randomly seeded.
Way too hard.
Although there were some patterns that kind of came up, which was interesting.
Okay, interesting.
So other than the first 4 regions that was in the Drop in Dropout episode, once again, thank you for giving us your blessing as we take your idea. So what is the first region that is not Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, or Sinnoh, Jordan?
Okay, so the first region. Now, okay, so I basically just need to know 4 more regions, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll name this one that one.
I've got at least 2. Oh, I just thought of a third. Okay, I think I got this. This region is going to be the Sinnoh region.
Oh, I already said Sinnoh.
You said Sinnoh. Shit. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't paying attention. This is going to be, is it Unova?
Unova, yeah.
Unova. Okay, I got one.
You want to do all 4 now, or
yeah? Let's do all 4. Let's get it out of the way.
All right.
So we got
we got Unova. Nice.
Yeah,
United States of America. What's this one called?
Is that actually what it is meant to be like?
Yeah. So this was the first region that took place out of Japan, and they picked New York, and it was kind of loosely based on the United States of America. Unova.
No kidding. I had no idea. Okay. All right. Next region we're going to go with is the Paldean region.
Heck yeah. Very nice poll. Paldea.
Now, where is Paldea the Hawaiian style one? No, I know what that one is. That's going to be our next region. That's the Alolan region.
Wow, very nice. Paldea is Spain. Alola is Hawaii.
Okay.
We got one more. There are...
Easy. Got it. I got it. I know there's
2, right?
There's 2. Okay. So I know which one I'll go with for this one. But I don't know if I can think of the missing region. This one we're going to go with
Is there two?
the Galarian region.
Very nice. Galar. There you
Galar.
go.
Okay. Gotcha.
You know what?
Gotcha.
There's some other regions that are like in there.
What?
There's like the Rinsai region, the Hisuian region, you know.
Okay, sure. I mean, I know there's like the Orange Islands because like that was immediately after Kanto won the show, but anyways.
DLC, yeah. Sevi Islands as well. Yeah, okay. You're good. Good job, man.
Cool.
Good job.
All right. When you first suggested that to me, I was pretty worried. I was like, oh God. But then I started to think about it and I was like, okay, well, I know there's like Paldean Tauros and Galarian Wheezing and stuff like that. So I got there.
Very nice.
He's
nice. Proud of you. Yes, he is cooking Perry. Very good. So, round one, without further ado, let's see if we can Blaster Goblin through all 32 of these by 9 p.m. because I share a small den and my wife wants to play Resident Evil 9. This is a true fact. So, first round, Hypno, one of the 151s, versus Terrakion. Have you seen either of these guys before, Jordan?
I mean,
probably Hypno.
With most of our audience, and in fact ourselves being pretty first gen pilled, I think Hypno's got to be one that like everyone recognizes. Obviously, bit of a freakazoid with his whole hypnosis thing and his little pendulum. Kind of goes hand in hand with Drowsy in my mind.
Yep. The evolution. Yeah. So, like I said, we're trying to keep with the theme here. Oh, also, I forgot to shout out. Hypno was submitted by
Quentin Vanderput.
Who I actually don't know who that is.
That's
reason. Oh, okay. The reason behind Hypno is a bit wild and unspoken of. He's known to hypnotize children and seal them away. Also, its humanoid body is creepy. Has 5 fingers. What I can assume is a white Vulpix around its neck. And there's a little bit of a dark story behind Hypno. Hypno's lore was that his famous Hypno lullaby. Versus Terrakion. Submitted by me. This was my submission.
Oh,
Samson.
No. A first rounder.
And I just said, Dr. Seuss looking ass guy.
Okay.
I know. He looks like he could be a Dr. Seuss. He's got weird shoes.
He does have weird shoes. Why's he got those ankle braces on?
True. Very, very odd. Very, very odd. I don't know. Which one I'm a little biased here, of course, Jordan. Who do you think should move on to round 2 for the best, most forgotten Pokemon?
Early on, one thing that we talked about, and this might be a controversial take, was a lot of people in this that will have submitted here are quite 151 pilled. I did suggest that perhaps we don't count any 151, any original 151. Now, I don't think we can do that. I think there are some 151 that are like, pretty forgotten about and okay to be on here. But honestly, the psychic type in Gen 1 were iconic, And that makes me just feel like, for most people, if you went to them and you said, you're an original 151 fan, and they said yes, and you said, name any psychic Pokemon, they're either going to go for Hypno, they're going to go for Drowsy, maybe Mewtwo. And because of that, I think Hypno's got to get out in the first round. Now, Terrakion? I don't have much familiarity with Terrakion. I know I recognize him. I mean, I have over 10,000 cards in Trading Card Game Pocket. But yeah, I don't know much about Terrakion. Definitely not one that would have jumped out at me. So.
And we got some agreements in the chat. Blaster Goblin saying should have never went 152 and higher. Terrible move. That's right. All numbers apparently stopped at 151. You're right.
That's where the company really went off the rails.
And Perry says, I feel so familiar with Gen 1. I couldn't pick any. And I see some merit in the 151. Shouldn't auto lose, but like we all remember them, right? We all remember them.
Yeah. There's certainly an argument for some to be that are forgotten about, but again, there were so few of certain types like Psychic, like Dragon, that the second you throw one of those out there, I'm like, it's too iconic.
True. And Lil Frisbee in the chat saying Terrakion in terms of playability has been forgotten too. That's true.
Okay.
I don't know anybody that would use them.
Okay.
Cool. Terrakion moves up round 1. Round 2 now. This is like, we got LeBron. We got LeBron in the thing here. We got Trumbeak. versus
Okay.
Kangaskhan.
This is a matchup of the Davids. Did you realize that?
Is it? Who submitted Trumbeak? Two people actually submitted Trumbeak.
Oh, two people. Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay. So we had Trumbeak submitted by both David and Aaron. Now, are you familiar with David? Because I don't know who David would be. Okay. So friend of yours or something?
Could it be David Andrews, top 6?
Oh, it certainly could be.
At Seattle Pokemon TCG Regionals.
Definitely could be. Now, the comment on this one from David was, it's the lowest viewed Pokemon on Bulbapedia. So, okay, that's pretty damn forgotten about. The next part, Aaron said, middle Evo of the most boring early route Pokemon bird. So, that's Trumbeak. Now, the other David, of course, is Davy James submitting Kangaskhan here.
True. Yeah. You know what? Kayla also shouts out in the chat. Welcome to the show, Kayla Gray. Paladin Pages, welcome. Can also be French Dip's husband, David. There's a lot of Davids.
That's Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan was submitted by Davy James, French Dip's husband. So there you go.
Who Davy James writes in saying, the last time I thought about Kangaskhan was when I found out they were region locked in Pokemon Go among the Safari Zone Pokemon. Kangaskhan doesn't stacks up to the likes of Tauros, Pinsir, Scyther, Chansey. If I have to Google how to spell your name, that makes you forgettable. Sorry. That's pretty good. You know, like I said, we got LeBron in the bracket. Trumbeak. Like, I was saying, I've seen most of these Pokemon. I genuinely forgot Trumbeak existed.
Yeah. And I mean, okay, one more shout out here. Wait, where is he? Quentin 1991 in the chat, of course, was the one who submitted Hypno and already got eliminated. So, yeah, I know. It's tough loss there. Shout out JK Games as well in the chat. Hello, friends. Now, look, the thing about Kangaskhan for me is like, Kangaskhan might not be iconic, but that little baby in its pouch, you're telling me that isn't the cutest thing you ever saw when there were only 151 Pokemon? I always wanted to know what that little baby did. And now that I'm playing Trading Card Game Pocket, and now that there's a Mega Kangaskhan with a move where the baby does extra damage, too good. I could never forget Kangaskhan.
And you could never forget him.
Exactly.
Shout out, drop in, drop out in the chat. Heard y'all were here for redemption. Yeah. Maybe we are.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of not really as well.
Set the record straight with a related but completely unrelated bracket.
Yeah. Maybe it's, call it art. We were inspired.
Good point. Inspired. Trumbeak moves on. Easy.
You know, I kind of like calling him LeBron. LeBron. Michael Jordan, who's another famous athlete.
Trumbron.
Truckosaurus Rex with the follow. I believe that's Aaron saying Trumbeak stay winning, bracket losing.
I can't believe we had more than one person submit the same Pokemon out of 900 odd Pokemon. Like,
there's 1,025, not including like
there is. I thought we were only going to break
forms and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to pass 1,000 with Gen 10. I didn't realize there were already over 1,000. Shit,
we're already there. Yeah. Next round, we got Fion versus Ponyta. Another Gen 1 versus Gen 4 or 5. I forget which one. Yeah. Welcome to the chat, of course, everybody coming in now. We're still getting into it. It's getting interesting. Fion versus Ponyta. Another Gen 1er, like we said, Gen 1, hard to forget. I remember Ponyta's a fire horse. It's the year of the fire horse right now in Chinese.
Oh, so true. Hard to forget about a fire horse when it's the entire year of the fire horse.
And Fion, I remember Manaphy. Do you know Manaphy, Jordan?
I do know Manaphy because you flip a coin and you might get water energy to use with Manaphy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
But Fion, I genuinely forgot about Fion. I forgot Manaphy had a girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I got to say about Ponyta is that that was submitted by someone who said, "Don't tell me what to do."
Right.
When we said, "Drop your name if you'd like to be shouted out." So I guess we can't shout that person out. So we better move Fion on.
Fion. Who submitted Fion?
Fionn was submitted by Elias Leung. I'm guessing someone you
Elias.
know. Do you
Yes,
know
Elias,
Okay.
one of the local TCG players.
Oh, nice.
I bet a good majority of the Pokemon fan base don't remember or didn't know Manaphy had a sibling. Oh, it's a sibling. It's not a girlfriend. Okay,
Sibling.
My
Okay.
bad. And you know
Fionn's...
what? Perry in the chat. Fionn is a cutie patootie. I will say that. I will agree. She's got something going on.
There's another cutie patootie in this bracket that is one of my faves that I'm expecting to win it all, but we'll see.
Ooh. All right. Last round of the Unova bracket, we got Aggron versus Kartana.
Okay.
Aggron, of course. The last evolution of the Aeron line. Aeron. Versus Kartana, one of the first Ultra Beasts on this list. Maybe not the last one. Okay, Aggron, of course, submitted by... I was checking...
Cozy Bear.
By Cozy Bear. Aggron. He's a badass, fully evolved steel rock-type Pokemon. Kartana was submitted by one of the least memorable pseudo legendaries. Oh, no name.
That's right.
Oh, Lil Frisbee what are your in the
thoughts
chat.
On these two? Goat. Okay. 5th favorite Mon. Wow. Okay.
I will say, I know there's a vibe going around as chat in the Lil Frisbee in the chat says, Aggron, my 5th favorite Mon. Aggron's known. I'll be honest, I haven't thought about Aggron in a long time, but I have thought about Kartana a lot because when I played Pokemon Go, we caught a lot of Kartana for one of the events.
Oh, really?
And Kartana, a lot smaller than you think. It's like supposed to be like a little origami. So
that's
really
cool.
Small in Pokemon Go.
Yeah. That's pretty cute. Okay. Well, funny thing is, you have a story about Kartana in Pokemon Go. I have a story about Aggron in Pokemon Go. For me, I could never forget about Aggron because Pokemon Go comes and it's this huge thing and everyone's into it for a period of time. And then it kind of fades, right? Popularity wanes. Not everyone's as into it as they once were. Then fast forward a couple of years later, I reconnect with like a bunch of my friends in town and everything. And they're all super into Pokemon Go. So I get back into Pokemon Go and I start learning about IVs and I start learning about powering up your Pokemon and all this stuff that I don't think was in the game at launch. And if it was like mostly meaningless because the game was pretty bare bones when it launched. You basically just caught a bunch of Pokemon and like went to gyms. Aggron, I think it was my first 3-star catch. And I was so excited about it. And I was ready to brag to my friends. And then I was about to. And one of them also had an Aggron. And they jokingly said, ha, bunch of garbage. And then everyone in the group all agreed that Aggron was a loser.
Oh, no.
And I was literally seconds away from talking about how excited I was for my cool new Aggron. And so I didn't say anything. And my heart broke a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I never said anything. I literally went into Pokemon Go to make sure that this was in fact Aggron. And yep, I still have it. He's still chilling there. He's like level 3,200, whatever. So I could never forget Aggron.
Because of a semi-traumatic event, I guess. Still unforgettable. I guess Kartana moves on. I think majority of people forget this guy's a guy.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I don't think I was familiar with Kartana, but I find a lot of the Ultra Beasts kind of forgettable, honestly.
Yeah, they're kind of like in the kind of end game of the game that was only on 3DS, right? Hashtag never forget. Hashtag never forget. Lil Frisbee chimes into the last second. Nickname I give Aggron is Thomas because its cry sounds like a train.
I like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Also, I'm just doing a little bit of formatting here. I didn't mean to.
I see. I gotcha.
Moving on to the Paldea region, we got two hot heavy hitters here too.
We do.
Not LeBron, but maybe what's his name? AR-15, Aaron Reeves. You know,
AR-15. Reeves. Wow.
We got Aaron Reeves here with Hatchram versus another Ultra Beast, Stakataka.
Okay. Now, look, I got to say, I'm incredibly biased on this pick because this was my submission. Hatchram. Hatchram, to me, is a newer Pokemon I discovered, but a couple of reasons I want to shout it out. Number one, it's got that Vivi hat. Vivi, of course, everyone's favorite character from Final Fantasy IX, but more importantly, Kingdom Hearts 2. What else do I have to say? You give yourself a big pointy mage hat, and I'm all about you. Now, but the other reason I think Hatrim is forgotten about is because it's a middle Evo. And that's something that I think generally people just forget about, right? It's always Charmander or Charizard. It's Bulbasaur or Venusaur. Squirtle, Blastoise. Nobody ever goes for the middle Evo. So I'm like, come on, this is my new favorite middle Evo. So that's why I submitted Hatrim. I love the little girl.
And Stakataka, of course, another Ultra Beast. If you showed that to somebody on the street and asked them if this was a real Pokemon, I'm sure 90% of people would be like, what the heck is that? No.
I would have said it was one of those things from Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah, the Guardians, yeah.
Yeah.
I will concede, though, Hatrim, pretty cute. I forgot this
Very
one
cute.
existed.
Very
Way
cute.
cuter than I thought. And the chat agrees. Of course, Kayla saying, I'm going Hatrim. Perry saying, I've never seen Hatrim before, but she is tiny little baby.
Tiny little baby, right?
Complimentary.
Yes.
Lil Frisbee says, hat. Yeah. Stack is funny looking in a good way. Support the middle guys. Kayla chimes in. So Hatrim, moving on.
Yes. All about that.
Big fan, actually. I'd buy a Hatrim plushie. Where's all the Hatrim merch?
That's what I'm saying. Middle Evo, right?
Middle Evo.
Never getting the love.
Next one, Magnezone versus Joltik. Shout out Joltik Box. R.I.P. Lil Frisbee knows what I'm talking about. Magnezone was kind of one of our filler mons, so nobody worry about that.
Okay, fair enough.
Joltik submitted by
Zach. Now, look, I got a bone to pick because Zach is my best friend. And first of all, he commented on the Instagram story I shared, but then didn't fill out the link until I separately sent it to him and said, fill this out, you little bitch. So he did fill it out. And then he gave the most boring responses anyone's ever given in the survey. So anyways, he said that Joltik made him like spiders, and then in brackets, within reason.
I feel like that's very wholesome. It's like very nice.
Sure. It's just boring. I'm like, come on. And like at least choose a good spider Pokemon like Spinarak,
Oh, true. Yeah. Ariados. Are there any cooler ones?
True.
There are some cool spiders. Kayla says it's so like our IRL friends to not fill things out. So true. So true. Now, like I said, RIP Joltik Box rotation in Pokemon TCG happened today, Jordan. I don't know. It's a big deal to me.
Okay.
One of the archetypes that goes away is the Iron Hands Joltik Box combo. So Joltik not as relevant anymore, but I have been thinking about him. So I can't say that I have not been thinking about Joltik.
Okay.
Of course, Lil Frisbee, my fellow TCG enjoyer, disregarding TCG. Joltik do be forgettable. Oh, so I think that's a vote for Joltik. Magnezone, though, I forgot he existed as well. No, yeah. Jordan, what do you think?
I'm kind of with you on Magnezone, maybe. Oh, Perry says she can never forget Magnezone. For me, it's Magnemite or friggin' why can't I remember the other one? Magneton. I'm like, Magnezone was the third Evo that came, generations later. I feel like I do forget about Magnezone,
There's a couple of them. They like added a third one to a bunch of them, and they didn't blow the world up. So everyone's like, dang, this is tough. How do we do a chat? How do we do a vote in Twitch, guys?
Yeah, I think we go ones for Magnezone. We go 2 for Joltik. Throw it in the chat. Let's see what we got.
Because I don't know how to do a poll. Maybe I don't even have the capabilities.
No, we don't. I looked into it.
So 2 for Joltiks. We got 2. We got 2 twos.
2 twos. Lil Frisbee, you be the decider. Well, I mean, if you say 1, then. Oh, Lil Frisbee says 1, but we already got 2 twos.
I think we got 2 twos. I think Joltik moves on.
I think Joltik's moving on.
Joltik,
little electric spider. It is cool that it's an electric spider. I'll give it that much.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Next round, we got Cyclizar against Politoed. Now, Cyclizar, I think, was submitted by Lil Frisbee in the chat.
Oh, you're right.
While Politoed was submitted by Estimans with Cyclizar It says, definitely fits my vibe a lot, used in Scarlet and Violet. Knowing how overshadowed it is with the other dragon Pokemon and other
Okay.
choices in Gen 9, I feel pretty unique using it, even having it as my 4th favorite Pokemon.
Oh, okay. We've had your 5th and your 4th, and now in the chat, Lil Frisbee says, "I'm not gonna lie, this bracket is tough because I also love Politoed."
Dang. Is it in the top 5, though? Let us know.
Good point.
Politoed, of course, writes, or not Politoed, Estimons, of course, writes in about Politoed, saying, it's Pokedex entry. The curled hair on Politoed's head is proof of its status as a king.
Wow.
Mic drop. Plus, its shiny is goated, which Dito recognized, but still, justice for my boy. Now, I don't know if you want Estimons. I don't know if you want justice in this kind of bracket, but I do like Politoed.
Politoed definitely got cute frog vibes going on, and superior to Poliwag for sure. You know, of the two Poly Evos or starter type Evos, thingies, yeah, I like Politoed a lot more. Cyclizar, one of the cooler named Pokemons. I'll give it that much. I feel like that's one that you hear and you're like, ooh, Cyclizar. That's a good name. So
it's tough though. This is a tough one.
Okay, so who's the better of the two forgettable Pokemon?
I'm leaning towards I'm leaning towards Politoed just for nostalgic reasons. Like just because I known him longer, you know? I'm like, oh yeah, he was I could have had a Poliwrath, but I got the Politoed instead. Cyclizar, of course, newer. I never used him in Scarlet and Violet. I don't have any any affiliation to him.
I think Perry in chat's right. Politoed has one brain cell and it barely works. We're moving Politoed on.
Politoed moves on down.
Yeah. All right. Or up. Moves on up. So one of the two.
We got last round of the Unova region. What region are we?
Is that where we were?
Paldea. Tyrantrum versus Mightyena. Tyrantrum submitted by, I believe, Gabe, because he's the GOAT and Pokemon seems to want to forget him. Yeah. A T-Rex. They want to forget a T-Rex. Very true. Very true. We also got Mightyena submitted by Mr. the Human, aka Mr. the Human Plays. My absolute sleeper Pokemon that nobody talks about. Whoa, we got a couple Mightyena fans and Tyrantrum fans. Perry and Lil Frisbee fighting in the chat. This is a tough one.
Perry and Lil Frisbee fighting in the chat.
Any thoughts first, Jordan?
I mean, look, I'm usually partial to the dog type Pokemon. I'm generally going to lean towards them as a favorite over most other Pokemons. But when you pull in a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and to who was it? Who submitted it? Gabe's point. How do they have a Tyrannosaurus Rex Pokemon that gets forgotten about? It's all about Groudon, you know?
That's what I'm... Can I add some fuel to the fire here, Jordan?
Absolutely.
New set came out.
Cog, shout out.
Shout out Cog in the chat, Dinosaur. New set came out, or today, if you're catching this on the replay. Perfect Order. They reintroduced the dinosaurs. We got Aurorus and Tyrantrum. Kind of a big deal. It's been a while since we got the dinosaurs or like fossil Pokemon in the TCG. Guess who got the full art, secret art rare, and guess who didn't?
Is it Tyrantrum?
No, Aurorus got the secret art rare. Tyrantrum didn't.
Tyrantrum got forgotten. Move it on. Yeah. Move it on.
Tyrantrum.
Sorry, Mr. the Human. Also, Lil Frisbee, again, spitting facts here. Overshadowed by Tyranitar, too. Absolutely. Like two, quite literally, they put the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the name of both, and yet nobody talks about Tyrantrum. So, yeah, GG easy. Next, off to Alola we go.
To Alola. Hey, these are two kind of Alola-looking Pokemon.
Okay.
We got Barrascuda versus Heracross. Now, Heracross, Truckosaurus Rex. We're back on the dinosaur train. Truckosaurus Rex, Aaron's favorite Pokemon. However, whoever submitted it said, please shout out Aaron as he doesn't like Heracross. And the reason this was submitted was nobody likes Heracross.
Okay, well,
somebody doing a little troll. Versus Barrascuda, and
yes.
I think this was a vibe check.
May have been a filler. Yeah. Look,
it's a good filler though.
I personally think this is an easy one because Heracross is absolutely unforgettable. Yeah, look, I just looked in the chat. Perry, Heracross is unforgettable. How dare? Exactly. Heracross, one of the first Johto region Pokemon that Ash catches in the show. Heracross,
true.
10%, 10%, 100%. Heracross is a G. Heracross, I would go to war for Heracross. So there's no way Heracross is forgettable.
I agree. And Heracross, I think got like one of a mini story arc in Pokemon ZA.
Oh, really?
Z to A.
That's pretty cool.
Bois was his name.
Bois.
And so I don't think Heracross is forgettable. Barrascuda, though,
no way.
There's a pre-evolution to this, and I didn't know that pre-evolution had an evolution. So
okay, there you go. Even more forgettable than its starter. All right.
Next one, we got Slowking versus Landorus.
Okay.
Slowking, haven't thought about him in a while, but I started thinking about him, and I was like, hey, he was in that movie,
Pokemon the first
2000.
Movie. Or no, Pokemon 2000, whichever it was called. Whichever one.
It was like teleporting stuff. Yeah,
2000. You're right. You're right. Is that the one with Lugia?
Yeah. Okay, and the birds and maybe
the birds. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Of course. Oh, some love for Pokemon movie 2000 in the chat. Shout out Perry and Lil Frisbee. Slowking versus Landorus. Landorus. Have you thought about Landorus recently, Jordan?
Look, I gotta be honest. I can't say I have thought about Landorus recently. Here's the thing about Landorus. Landorus, to me, and maybe this let me ask the question. Is Landorus and whatever they're called, Aquarius, those three of them, are they legendaries or are they pseudo-legendaries or something like that?
I think they're pseudo-legendaries.
Okay.
They are from the Unova region, and they're like the traveling legendaries that you have to track down.
Right.
It's like a love one too.
I just think that's too powerful to move on. Oh, look at that. At show 4395 says Landorus is incredibly memorable and it's legit overpowered in VGC. I think Slowking
This is going to be a tight one. Because Slowking is, I don't know, Slowking's an OG, right?
I know, but like, I also just feel like, look, if you're going into battle and you get to pick between these two, who are you leaving behind? You're leaving behind Slowking. You're bringing Landorus with you. Look, Perry says no bad take. I don't know which take she's referring to.
We put in a lot of takes. You have to be more specific.
Yeah. Exclamation mark, bad take.
Oh, wait, we put out so many takes. All right. So saying that, Jordan, Jonathan, which one's moving on? Because I'll be honest, both of these are forgettable for him.
You know what? I honestly agree. I think, can we leave it up to chat?
Chat, give it 1 if Slowking should move on. Put a 2 if Landorus should move on. Remember, we're voting for who is more forgettable.
Who's our favorite forgettable?
Who's our favorite forgettable? Yeah.
We got a 2.
Oh, Landorus should be moving on.
Well, hold on.
To be fair, I see some merit.
We got a 2. Okay. A couple of 2s.
I do see some merit for Landorus, like other than the VGC, like the video game side. You're not thinking of him.
Okay.
You're not going. You're not buying a Landorus plushie.
I'll concede. Landorus
moves on.
Oh my
Next
god.
Round. Wormadam versus Kabutops. Kabutops submitted by our first response. Shout out to Patrick.
Oh, first of all, he still in the chat? That's got to be P-Swag.
P-Swag saying, first of all, he's not Kabutopms, is he? Second of all, swords his hands. That's all he wrote.
Perfect.
Perfect
timing, he says.
Perfect timing. We got Patrick in the chat. Let's see.
Now, hang on one sec. And let me just, you talk for a second. I need to see. Right. That's what I thought.
Now, Wormadam
Sorry.
Oh,
Patrick
sorry.
literally sent me an Instagram reel of a cosplay of a Kabutops this morning. Did he set himself an alarm to remember to do that today? Because I bet he did. I bet he had a little ding-a-ling that went off and said, send Jordan that Instagram. So anyways.
Interesting. to to help you remember it so Kabutops doesn't move on. Hold
No,
on.
just I don't know. Just to send it to me. That's all.
True. Wormadam. Show in the chat says no one remembers Wormadam. And you know what? I agree. Because if you showed me a picture of him, I'd be like, is that Burmy? The pre-evolution?
Yeah, actually. That's many a dingling for Jordan in my life. Oh, good. Jordan's love dinglings. You know what? And I look at Wormadam and I think that thing looks like a dingling. It is just a weird little freak in a bush, you know? Speaking of Patrick.
He does have a bush.
He does have a bush, doesn't he?
Of course, I don't know who Wormadam is, but I'm kind of obsessed now. I think Wormadam needs to move on. I think he's kind of
a little freak, kind of a little forgotten freak.
He is kind of a little freak. Also,
oh, I love all this duplication going on the
oh god
the Canva bracket.
I'm fixing it. We have the technology.
We can attempt. Kaboo is 151 too. Yes, Lil Frisbee. I did think of that, and Patrick. You know what? I gotta say, like, it's hard not to be biased with the 150. Like, we all grew up with them, so they're just such a thing that we all know. There's probably only a few picks in the original 150 that I'm gonna, move on as most forgettable. So it's not Kabutops. Plus, like, Kabutops is one of the fossil type Pokemon. Like, that's cool. Like this weird Pokemon that's like a fossil that evolves and everything. I don't give a worm a damn about Kabutops losing. Good one.
It's true. Hey, he was already in your bracket, I think.
We
got Dottler. We check the archives. We got Dottler versus Scraggy. Now, Scraggy submitted by someone referred to as Nah. And he says he's a funny, silly guy. And you know what? He is a funny, silly guy. I do like Scraggy.
I love Scraggy because he's literally a lizard whose pants are falling down and then evolves into a cooler lizard whose pants are also falling down. And I love Scraggy. I could never forget Scraggy. I don't think I've heard of Dottler. So
really?
Yeah.
This entire line. Now, there's Dottler, who's it's a middle Evo.
Okay.
There's Dottler, evolved from Blitbug. Which if you can't picture it in your head, go Google that right now.
I'm looking at it now.
But it evolves into one of the coolest final evils, or Beetle, which is like a UFO beetle.
Okay. So. All right. Regardless, Dottler sucks. So it's moving on.
I'm pretty sure I also used Dottler in Sword and Shield, like Lil Frisbee saying. And I also didn't know, like I forgot it existed. Because
Fair enough.
You get it to Beetle, then you're like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Bye, Dottler.
True. Show also says, since Crafty got a Mega, it's one of the rivals uses it in Zeta A. That is true.
Okay. Interesting.
Now, Exploud versus Happiny next round.
Hold on. What region are we in? Gullah.
Galar region.
That's right.
Of course, we got Exploud coming in. Exploud submitted by a couple folks. Well, 2 entries, no name. Okay. One says, reminds me of Jimmy, whatever that means. What is the other one? The other one from Dragos, who wrote us an essay. Chose Exploud, one of the few Pokemons that people seem theorize have a potential sound typing if they ever add a new type in a Pokemon game. And exists in a few ROM hacks. He's my GOAT. He was a starter. Or randomized Nuzlocke. If not for him randomly getting my run, never thought of this Pokemon. Oh, so that's a pretty good reason. Like if Dragos never got this Pokemon in a random Nuzlocke, he would have never thought about this Pokemon at all.
I see.
Very cool. Also, Gen 3 has a lot of Pokemon that slid under the spotlight, so I'm showing Gen 3 some love. Very cool. Let's see. So Exploud versus Happiny. Of course, Happiny, the baby form.
Oh, no. Did you look at who submitted Happiny?
Oh, Perry in the chat, in the live chat, put in Happiny. Their reasoning writing in. I mean, do I really have to explain? Well, clearly you do, because it seems like you're freaking out in the chat right now. Look at it. It's tiny and small and happy. Like, what a little idiot, you know? I probably read that a little wrong, with wrong intonations. But Perry, if you want to redeem yourself about why Happiny is forgettable, is underrated, please let us know in the chat now. Exploud. I'll be honest, I genuinely kind of forgot about Exploud. I know Loudred and Wishmer. Like I feel like I see them all the time in when I played Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire. I feel like they were one of the mains on my team, but maybe is Exploud one of the newer evolutions that I never got to, or somehow.
I mean, the funny thing is, I looked at this and was like, "Oh, Exploud! I totally am not forgetting Exploud because I just watched an episode with my daughter, and it was all about Exploud." And then you said Loudred, and I went, "No shit! It was about Loudred, not Exploud." I did forget about Exploud entirely. Now, Happiny. All I can say about Happiny is I'd grab that thing by that little dongle on its head. I'd whirl it around and throw it out the window. I want none of that thing in my life. Happiny, they took Chansey, a Pokemon with a bad name, and devolved it and gave it a worse name. Okay? I'm never forgetting about Happiny because I hate Happiny. I want Happiny out of... I wish I could forget about Happiny.
Wow. All right. So I think Exploud's got to move on then, right?
I think so. Take that, Perry.
That's crazy. Well, sorry, Perry, but Happiny very what if not football? Why is it football shaped? You know
exactly.
Now,
Perry with the tomatoes.
We got LeBron. We got Austin Reeves. Here's Steph Curry. We got Flamigo.
Okay.
Flamigo in the chat.
All right.
Submitted by, of course, friend of the show. Everyone's friends of the show. But Cameron French, a.k.a. the French Tip Design. Coming in with Flamigo, saying, I love a flamingo. But this Pokemon is literally just flamingo with the word removed. That is so sad. I remember seeing this for the first time and thinking, have they lost the sauce? While Lil Frisbee says, my goat Flamigo.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Now, lots of great points.
I recently learned something about Flamigo, which I think is quite hilarious. And if I'm being honest, could win this bracket for Flamigo. Apparently, and I saw this on Instagram, so who knows how true it is, but apparently Google searches of the Pokemon Flamigo are something like it's like the most searched Pokemon, simply because people are searching for flamingo and they misspell it.
Whoa.
Exactly. Because as Cameron points out, it's simply missing an N, and then it's literally the bird that it looks exactly the same as. So
did they purposely do that to get
to screw with the world?
Screw with the world, but also get some like crazy search engine optimization
SEO
stuff going on? Yeah.
Pro level SEO.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Of course, Jinx 151. I don't know if we could forget Jinx.
Unfortunately, Jinx is unforgettable, and not necessarily because of Jinx's cool design or anything like that. It's mostly for completely racist reasons, which the Pokemon Company has admitted to, right? So,
yes, like
Jinx has a history in the world, which is not good.
It's culturally significant.
Exactly. Jinx is the one of two times Pokemon got canceled, basically. So
that's crazy. Hey, we got some fun facts in the chat. Little Frisbee saying, people saying its body, I'm assuming Flamigo, is shaped like a boxing glove since it's also a fighting type.
Whoa.
I didn't know it was a fighting type.
Are we talking about Jinx or Flamigo? We got to be talking about Flamigo, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Flamigo.
Okay, that makes it cooler than I expected. But
yeah, I'm going to put up Flamigo.
I think that's fair. I would like to know how many people are doing like basic graphic design and they want a picture of a flamingo and they end up putting a Flamigo on it because they just Google it and they don't think about it and they go, oh, look at that cute little flamingo, and then they copy paste it into their Canva.
True. I should have put just a normal flamingo instead of the actual flamingo.
Just a picture of the actual bird.
All right, next round. We're almost done our round one. So we gotta go. Fido versus Slugma. Fido, of course, the little bread dog guy. Cute. Very cute. Looks like my friend's dog.
mhm.
Except I send it to her and she's like, I hate that thing. Don't show that to me. Versus Slugma. Slugma sent in by Nashikal, saying, because you'd rather catch a Torkoal in the same cave, I've never seen anyone with a Magcargo. Wow. So there's some Slugma avoidance, Slugma hate. And Fido, I believe, was this a submission?
Submitted by Cog. Shout out Jordan.
Shout out
the
Jordan.
Other Jordan. Yeah.
Cog. Not Jonathan. The Jordan.
Yes, Jordan, not Jonathan.
Did Cog right here, because I have 2 eyes and a heart. Oh, true. And a belly.
And a belly. You could eat that dog, that's for sure.
It's true. Now, Peria, of course, brings up a good point. Fido's supremacy. So cute.
Slugma Shade.
Slugma Shade. I don't know. You're right. I don't really think about Slugma that often. It's an older Pokemon. It's not 151. It's Gen 2.
Is it?
I think. Gen 3? Gen 2?
I feel like it's 3.
Might be Gen 3. But I do think of Fido more often because I'm not a dog Pokemon guy, but
that's a cute dog.
Works really well. Yeah, it's a cute dog.
The name does work really well.
Dash Bun.
Yeah.
I mean, Slugma is also pretty good. Magma, Slug.
Magcargo. Yeah.
Magcargo.
I mean, I would leave this one up to you, honestly.
Oof. I'm going to move Slugma on just because I think Fido's cooler.
I do think Fido's cooler. And unfortunately, that is not the point of this bracket.
Well, we'll see what happens in the next round. Last one of round 1, Pineco versus Jigglypuff. Now, Jigglypuff submitted by my friend Jem, who may have not understood the assignment. For reasons she wrote, she's pink. I do not think Jigglypuff is unforgettable. Lady Gaga literally did a commercial with her like a month ago. So.
Yeah. Perry says, I mean, come on. Yeah. I vote Pineco because Puff is in Smash. Good point. If you make it into Smash, you are in the Hall of Fame of Pokemon, arguably. So
true.
I think Pineco's moving on.
Pineco, was that submitted by Perry?
Pineco was submitted by Kayla. At Pallets and Pages. Sadly, he is forgettable, but I love him, she says.
Love it. Pineco evolves into Fortress, which is also pretty cool.
Also pretty forgettable. We got a long ways to go, don't we?
We do. We do.
Wow.
We do. I went to the wrong sheet. But I think we can bang this out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got a handful of matchups. It'll go faster since there's less and less on each.
True.
Bringing it back up to the Unova region, we got Terrakion versus Trumbeak.
It's Trumbeak. We talked about him being the GOAT, so
LeBron in the chat.
That's right.
Quarterfinals time. Yes, that is what it's called. Thank you, Lil Frisbee. Yeah, so I think it's Trumbeak. I was just going to point out, as we go through these forgettable Pokemon, I'm starting to remember them, which makes it kind of hard.
Well, of course.
Like, now I'm trying to remember what I forgot. This is trippy.
Forget what you remember.
Trumbeak, like Terrakion, as much as I don't think about him, I have caught a bunch of him in Pokemon Go for whatever reason. Trumbeak? I don't think I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I'm with you. Trump got that first seed in the bracket. Yeah, it's true.
Next round, Fion versus Kartana.
I mean, here's the thing. The way you describe Kartana, and once you told me that it's supposed to be like a little origami fighter dude, I'm like, that's so cool. If I had known about Kartana ahead of time, I would have definitely not forgotten about Kartana. So I think it's got to be Fion.
True.
Small.
Fion. Like I said it earlier in the episode, I forgot Manaphy had a sister/girlfriend. I'm sure. However, I think Fion was in a Pokemon movie, or it was Manaphy. It was around the time I stopped watching the movies.
I think everyone's on our side in chat. It seems like Ultra Beasts got a special thing. It's so true.
Sister wife. Thank you, Perry. Moving on to the Paldea region, we got the cuties. We got the cuties in this matchup. We got Hatchrim again versus Joltik. Two little guys, two small guys, two small matchups in a row.
Yep.
Now, like I said, I think about Joltik once in a while. Hatchrim, I forgot existed. How about you, Jordan?
Well, I mean, again, like Hatcham was my pick, and I did it because I love Hatcham, but I only recently learned about Hatcham. I gotta admit, I had forgotten about Joltik though. Like, again, are we going for our favorite of the forgotten? Are we going for the most forgettable? It feels a little like we're leaning towards most forgettable, doesn't it?
It does.
Like we wanted to go for our favorite, but it feels like we're kind of leaning the other way, aren't we?
A little bit, but also I'd pick Hatcham over Joltik. I'm kind of liking what she's putting out with their big pointy hat and whatever those things coming out of the head are.
I mean, those are her braids. Okay, she actually smacks people with them. I read it
cool!
online.
Wow, you did your research. All right.
I did. I love Hatcham now that I know Hatcham exists. If you want to move Hatcham on, I'm not going to fight you because it was my pick. So,
I think we got to move Hatcham on.
Okay. You guys watch. I'm about to dominate this bracket.
Okay, here's a trickier one: Politoed versus Tyrantrum. Who do I forget about?
Little Frisbee,
maybe
I'm
it's
with
because
you. Frogs and dinosaurs, man. Like, it doesn't get much cooler than frogs and dinosaurs, honestly.
Ooh, we got to vote for the dinosaur. Little Frisbee says, gotta be a dino.
Gotta be dino. You know, I do think that we made a good argument in the beginning there when, bringing up Groudon and Tyranitar and other dinosaur Pokemon. I feel like Tyrantrum. Sometimes
I spelled it wrong.
Did you? Okay.
I spelled it wrong.
I was like, have I been pronouncing that wrong? Tyrantrum, like, I do feel like it is easy. I don't want to say easily forgotten, but it gets forgotten for no good reason because it is just as cool a dinosaur as the others. So arguably more Tyrannosaurus Rex coded. Yeah.
Dude, it's got like a beard. It's got like a mane. Yeah. That's pretty freaking cool.
Sorry, Este. Tyrantrum is moving on. Politoed once again out of the bracket.
I'm trying to fix it.
That's all good.
Moving on to the Alola region. Oh, another banger here.
Oh, I hate this.
Barraskewda versus Landorus. I have a pick here. I don't know if you
do it. Throw it out there.
I'm picking Barraskewda because it definitely has a pre-evolution that I already don't know the name of.
I'm with you.
Landorus, I can at least picture its alternate form. I can picture the other genies that it hangs out with.
Yeah.
Barraskewda, I'm like,
I'm down.
Which Pokemon game are you from?
Unfortunately, I definitely have a bias against a lot of bird types, a lot of fish types. Like, they're just not that cool. They're not as cool as like fictional creatures, So yeah, Barraskewda's moving on for sure.
All right, gotcha. And the chat agrees. Another banger matchup.
Wow.
Are these two bug dudes, I guess?
I think they are.
Bug-looking dudes. We got Dottler versus Wormadam.
This is tough. Wormadam. They both suck.
But Dottler looks so cool. Like, it's growing on me, It's like okay, this is a weird pull. It looks like those hexagon camping tents that were trendy a couple years ago, where it's like, oh, instead of a tent shape, you can have like this, I don't know, like whatever Dottler looks like, a dome. Yeah. So for that reason, I think Dottler is a little more memorable. Wormadam, I couldn't tell you what game it's from. Like Ruby Sapphire or.
I'm okay with Dottler. I do also think that Wormadam gets the Pokemon Go representation because there are 3 versions of it to catch, because of course there are. And again, I don't think I had ever heard of Dottler, but I could easily see me knowing who it was and just forgetting about it entirely. So let's move Dottler on.
Let's move Dottler on.
Yeah.
The dot gets the boss, gets the spot.
Dot. That's right. That's a good one.
Into the Galar region. Explode versus Flamigo. This is actually a little tough one for me.
Okay.
As much as Flamigo is kind of stupid, Flamigo. We talked it out. It's an SEO play. Nintendo knew what they were doing.
I think it must be.
Explode, I genuinely thought it was Loudred, like
Yeah,
you said, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot there was another evolution above Exploud. I'm so sorry, Dragos, but I genuinely, forgot Exploud was a thing. Even though it looks sick, it's like this is actually a cool
It is a
Pokemon.
pretty cool design, honestly, but I'm okay with that. Like you say, as much as Flamigo has the casual audience captured by Google, I did forget about Exploud. And yeah, again, it was really that I was picturing Loudred, and then you said Loudred, and I went, oh, that's not the same Pokemon. That is the middle Evo. A rare time where the middle Evo, outshines the final Evo.
True. And of course, Low Frisbee chimes in saying, Exploud forgettable final stage normal type Evo. Also didn't get anything ever since his first release. Maybe that's why. It's like they never really
Good point.
celebrated him. Flamigo's still new, so it's kind of on everyone's mind. But yeah, what a funny name.
Absolutely.
All right. Last round of the quarterfinals, Slugma versus Pineco.
You know what? Do you mind if I speak up here?
Of course.
I think it's got to be Pineco, because I'm looking at the list and we did not really get any of the inanimate object come alive Pokemon except for Pineco. And I actually expected to see a lot more Kefkis or Klefkis, whatever it is.
Klefkis, yeah.
Maybe, I mean, people don't forget about Shrubbish. But yeah, Vanillish, definitely. Chandelure. I expected to see a lot of those ones because I find people like to hate on those ones, honestly. And Pineco is probably the only one of that sort of, genre that I see on here. So, plus it's a Pinecone, and that's not even a cool thing to make a Pokemon out of. So, like,
and it evolves into like a weird shell.
Exactly.
So yeah, my vote's also Pineco. I think between the two, I'm kind of giving it points for being like kind of a cool concept. So yeah, Pineco moves on. Lil Frisbee in the chat says hating on them makes them unforgettable. Either way, so
that's true. That's
the irony of this social experiment here.
Indeed. All right, now we're in the quarterfinals, right?
Okay, this is the quarterfinals.
Semifinals. Semifinals.
No.
Quarterfinals. Yeah. Quarterfinal. Yeah.
All right, this actually gets kind of tough. Trumbeak versus Fion. I'm still feeling Trumbeak. Now, but are we gonna start picking on like what's the best one? When do we start pulling that in?
Maybe we save that for the quarterfinals. Wait, is that where we are? What did we decide? Yeah, that's where we are, isn't it? No. Next round.
Quarterfinals, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Lil Frisbee in the chat. IMO Latrum James. My heart is also saying Latrum James.
Let's do it.
Latrum James moves on.
I did not know Trumbeak evolved into Toucanon. I have to admit.
I also agree. I thought Toucanon was its own Pokemon.
I did too. I thought it was a single stage. Yeah.
I thought it had the whole thing. Bye, Fiona. I love you, says Perry. Goodbye. Next round. All right. Here's a funny matchup. Hatchram versus Tyrantrum. Similar names, actually.
Yeah, true. Hatchram, as we know, my new personal fave. I just keep coming back to the T-Rex factor. I cannot not come back to that. It's just like I knew Tyrantrum existed, and I have thought this before. Why isn't that Pokemon more popular? And I don't have an answer for you. And then I see it in this bracket, and I'm like, oh, shoot. That's a really good pull. Will Frisbee says it's got to be Hat for him. I don't know.
To be honest, I'm voting the Hat.
You are?
Because Tyrantrum, I have a friend that likes Tyrantrum.
Oh, do you?
He's in the new set, so that's why we were like thinking about him.
Oh, okay.
Hatchram, okay. I know the Hatterene, and there's like
yep
the little guy, so I kind of knew
the little guy,
the other sides, but I didn't know about the middle. It's got the middle. It's got the middle syndrome.
Buff. Yep.
Yeah.
Hatena and Hatrine.
All right.
Move Hatchram on. I'm feeling bad because it was my pick, but like, hey, maybe I'm goated just like Hatchram.
He's the goat.
That's right.
We got Barraskewda versus Dottler. Another tough one. You know, I'm also a fish hater.
Okay.
Should be food. Oh, we didn't even go into that about the food stuff.
I know. I was wondering if you're going to bring that up, but we also didn't go into reviewing our submissions from last week's episode that we forgot to bring up. But
we'll
do that next
surely
week.
The people remember.
Yeah, surely.
We got to vote for Barraskewda. I'm also leaning towards Barraskewda. Like I said, I remember Dottler because I also kind of used him, and he looks like a little tent. Looks like a cool camping tent.
Yeah.
Barraskewda.
Fish and birds, man. I tell you, forgettable.
Ooh, true. And apparently hat fairies.
Maybe.
Let's go. Let's see. Little Frisbee also chimes in. Most people won't ever encounter Barraskewda in the game.
Oh,
also true. Maybe that's why nobody knows about him. It's like,
yeah, good point. Plus, it's ugly. Barraskewda, bad design.
Yeah,
come on,
kind of scary.
I get it. It's supposed to look like a barracuda, but still, I don't like it.
We got Exploud versus Pineco. Exploud, of course. We thought it was Loudred. And Pineco, cute. He's cute. He's got eyes. Evolves into Fortress. At least I know the evolution for that. I guess I know Exploud as well. Pineco is Gen 2. Oh, is it? I swore it was Gen 3.
Pineco is also just a Pinecone, though. I do feel like I never forgot about Pineco, though. I did forget about Exploud. And Little Frisbee, Brock had one too. That's absolutely correct. As someone who has semi-recently watched the first 6.5 seasons, Pineco does become a central character. So we're moving.
I think we move Exploud on. I think so.
You're right. Yeah.
Now we're to semifinals. Now it's getting heated.
All right.
We got Trumbeak versus Hatchram. This is a tough one. This is where, this is actually an interesting bracket here. Like looking at the full picture, we got Trumbeak, Hatchram, we got Barraskewda, Exploud. I think on both sides we have sort of the generic forgettable versus the cool forgettable. Because Exploud, like you said, actually pretty cool design, right? Barraskewda, ugly, generic fish. Hatchram, cute, awesome design. Trumbeak, lame bird. So you make a great point.
We kind of played both sides when it comes to the definitions of this bracket. So
it's the beauty of it.
Maybe it's time to decide. Are we going for our favorite of the forgettable? Are we going for the most forgettable?
We got to make a choice here. Lots of great points in the chat. Lame bird, lol, says Perry. Show, aka David in the chat says, to be fair, Hatchram is a little more memorable due to the anime. Okay. And I will say, after this, I will never forget about Hatchram.
Fair enough. Me neither.
Trumbeak, I know that's like the favored one to win. Like I said, he's LeBron. Lebeek. Man. Main character uses it as well. I think statistics wise, yes, Trumbeak should move on. Hatchram, I don't think I'm ever gonna but I genuinely did not know Hatchram existed until today, which is the craziest thing.
Fair enough.
Trumbeak, I think I've heard that fact that Trumbeak was the least searched whatever Pokemon on Bulbapedia.
Yeah.
But I also didn't know what he looked like, but I have heard of Trumbeak,
And you know what? Now that I'm reading in chat, Shao4395 says, to be fair, Hatchram is a little more memorable due to the anime. Now, of course, that's referring to Horizons, right? Which I have also watched all of and is the reason I learned about Hatchram in the first place. So, you got a point. Like, for all the kids that did watch Horizons, non-boomers like us, because Horizons was, isn't featuring Ash and everything, maybe Hatchram isn't that forgettable. Maybe we're just boomer pilled.
I think we got to move Trumbeak on then.
I think you're right. As much as I love Hatchram, I'm considering a tattoo of Hatchram. Okay, that's how much I love this Pokemon.
All right. Hey, shout out. Maybe we got to find that Hatchram plushie now.
That's right.
Next one, Barraskewda versus Exploud. This is another tough one for me. Another tough one for me. Because if we want to bring in our little what's cooler side, the best, most forgettable Pokemon, I gotta pick Exploud because
Yeah.
I'm falling in love with this guy as we go on and on. Barraskewda, it's just a fish. Like, it's forgettable. It's just a fish.
It's just a fish. But then, and that's the problem with the fish and the birds. So many of them are forgettable, right? Now, does that mean any one of them stand out as more forgettable? Maybe not, right? Maybe it's just like, yeah, all the fish are forgettable except for like Magikarp, maybe Tatsugiri. Yeah, all the birds are forgettable except for like the ones Ash had and, like Talonflame, because that's cool. So maybe Exploud does move on.
I am feeling Exploud because it's got the cool factor. It's got the cool factor.
Let's move Exploud on.
Let's move Exploud to the finals.
Yeah.
Of course, here we are. After a hard-fought battle, we are at the finals of the best Pokemon we probably forgot about. And it was an open and honest conversation. Everyone being super vulnerable in chat, of course.
That's right.
Between me and you, just learning and vibing and chilling. But we got to make a decision here. Who is the best Pokemon that we forgot about? Perry in the chat says she cried a few times.
I did too. Actually, I did too.
I'll send the tissues in the mail. Inside, I cried a few times. It was close. It was a close game, but we got to make a decision here.
You know what is wild about this? Both Exploud and Trumbeak submitted twice by different people.
Way.
That's actually crazy that we wound up at this point, because I hadn't thought of that until I was just looking for them in the spreadsheet. So we had Trumbeak submitted by David and Aaron. We had Exploud submitted by Dragos and someone who didn't say anything but said, reminds me of Jimmy. So maybe that tips you off to who they are.
I'll let them know.
Fair enough. Now, again, Lil Frisbee says Trumbeak is the obvious answer. That's true, because Trumbeak, as we know, is the least searched Pokemon on Bulbapedia, least viewed Pokemon on Bulbapedia. So that is a thing. Yeah, that is something to take into consideration.
A couple more things in the chat. We got David saying Exploud, I think is much more memorable, especially due to Loudred itself. And the fact that it's most voted to be a sound type Pokemon, which I also didn't consider. I think Dragos wrote something about that, but yeah, now that you're mentioning it, it could be its own type. And Lil Frisbee says, I want Exploud to win. Show says Trumbeak could not exist and just have a Toucan line without it, which is also true. Like
that's very true. We thought that was the case. We thought Toucanon was a single Evo.
Toucan was just a Pokemon.
Do you have any thoughts or strong opinions? Because I think I might have just had a brain blast on this.
Okay. Before you do,
yeah, go ahead.
My heart, if I were to look in myself and look at the quote unquote criteria that we gave ourselves,
I changed 9 times over.
Yeah, that we changed kind of 9 times, and we're just feeling it out. My pick would be Exploud, because I feel like before I made this chart today, I forgot Exploud existed. I've never used Exploud in a game, I don't think. And also, it just looks cooler than generic bird. So those are my points. What's your take?
I don't want to show my hand too soon, but I think I absolutely agree with you. And look, here's what it comes down to for me. I legitimately didn't know Trumbeak existed. That doesn't mean I forgot Trumbeak. That means I had no clue it existed. Exploud, we literally thought was a different Pokemon. It's Evo before itself. We literally forgot that it existed, despite knowing it existed, until you mentioned Loudred, and I went, "Oh, that's a different Pokemon." Okay. So look, I do think that Exploud gets points for who said the thing about the sound type? Show 4395.
It's David.
Show. Okay. Said Exploud, I think, is much more memorable, especially due to Loudred itself and the fact that it's most voted to be a sound type. I think you just proved that Exploud wins this, because if they introduce a sound type, everyone's going to go, "Oh my God, I forgot about Exploud." And that starts the whole new mechanic of sound type.
Now, I know we're coming up to the close of this conversation, but isn't Trumbeak also sound type? Trumpet?
Oh my God.
Trombone? Conversation for another time. I think Explode is a lot more. It's a lot more. Makes a lot more sense.
I can't believe what you just did to my psyche. I thought I had this, and then it was like in Expedition 33 when you break someone and it goes, and they're like, oh, that's me right now. You just broke me
for the next 5 minutes.
I'm stunned.
As long as I don't make a new move. However, I think Explode takes our tournament. I don't know. Do you agree, Jordan?
I would rather go with our favorite of the forgettable Pokemon. Although Trumbeak maybe takes it for the legitimately most forgettable, I think Explode takes it for our favorite of the forgettable Pokemon.
I agree.
I see you in chat, Shao. I see you. You're saying, aren't we voting on who's the most forgotten, not the coolest of them? And I think I'm saying the exact opposite. We're voting for our favorite. We're voting for the coolest of the most forgotten. Sort of.
Yes, you missed the beginning of the episode. Where
we played,
fast and loose the definition. Please forgive us.
That's right.
However, that brings us to the end of the best Pokemon that we probably forgot about. I think I have a lot of soundboards. It's not as nice.
No, the other one was better.
But thank you, everybody. Explode, we will send you your trophy in the mail, of course.
Oh, will we?
Will we? Maybe we should make a trophy. Maybe we should just maybe for life. Everybody here in the chat. We got David, Little Frisbee, Perry, of course, everyone that pulled through, Cog, Blaster Goblin, of course, everybody from the drop in, drop out. You're all bonded for life now, and by blood to us, to this podcast. Actually, whoever's even listening after the show, you are now all bonded by life to be Explode stands. And
that's true.
Maybe we're all getting matching tattoos. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
Matching Explode tattoos. Hell yeah.
Tattoos.
That's right.
So just consider it. Just consider it.
Bad podcast, unsub. Unfollow.
I hope you enjoyed our first ever best Pokemon we probably forgot about tournament. Will we do another one? Maybe one day. This was really fun, Jordan. I really enjoyed doing this and having everybody participate live and also in the surveys. This was a really cool experiment.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want more funny experiments, more funny episodes, you can find us at Grow Up Level Up on all the socials. In fact, if you disagree with our pick, if you want to do your own version, 1, leave a comment below. 2, I will post the blank version of this over in our Discord, link in the description below, to fill out yourself on what you think is the best Pokemon we probably forgot about. Now, I know there's a lot of Gen 1s in there. I want the folks who don't know any of the new ones to I want to see what their answers are, right?
Okay.
I want to see what their answers are. So get into Discord, figure it out, and let us know what you think. Do you agree or disagree with Explode? Should it have been Trumbeak the whole time? LeBron James himself. Let us know in the description below. Of course, you can find us at Grow Up Level Up on all the socials, at Grow Up Level Up on the YouTubes and podcasts. You can find me at Samson XP on all the socials as well. And you can leave me a comment, DM me about what you thought of the episode and if we should do it again. Or maybe you can do some other, I don't know, tournament ranking tier listing. It's always funny.
That's right.
Jordan, where can people find you?
You can find me all over the internet at Sir Dr. JM, especially over on the Instagrams, and of course twitch.tv/Sir Dr. JM, where I stream occasionally. Haven't streamed too much recently, but I will be trying to get back into it.
Ooh, yes. Put those. What do you call it? What's that thing that you ring? I keep thinking of Hatchram. And Happity. No, a bell. Keep the bell.
You were looking for the word bell?
I was looking for the word bell, and I kept picturing our 2 bell-looking Pokemon.
Okay, fair enough.
It's long,
Fair enough.
Make sure to ring the bell to know when we go live, when Jordan goes live, or when we open or upload a new episode on YouTube and or Twitch. Until next time, Jordan, what are your wise words for us today?
My wise words today are simply going to be that if you want to know what people's thoughts are on eating Pokemon, and if you want to know what gaming memories people have from the year 2006, tune into next week's episode.
Goodbye.